Welcome. Is that the one? Thanks a bunch. Is that the one? Thanks a bunch. Come back.
I will get the victory. I will prevail.
Put me in there.
I am Ferdinand von Eyre.
That's my cue.
Stay focused. As you wish.
Oh no.
Battle. Any experience.
I can...
Always.
It's a long...
Thanks for helping. Another. Now I can do...
not so. Thank you.
Any
Growth is a part of life. I've ma-
time to set.
Unexpected.
initiated.
My understanding has completion.
Predictable.
Now I can do.
Any
I must get... My efforts were not in vain. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks so much.
Thanks. Thank you. Teacher. What a splendid result! I am rather proud of myself.
Is that so? My efforts were not in vain.
I will master this.
Let's put this to the test.
I've grasped it. Help.
Sometimes I wonder if your life could have taken you down a different path. If you had never met me and entered my service, you might have had a more peaceful...
A more tedious path. Inconsequential and spoiled rotten, like so many other nobles? Never. My duty to you is no mere obligation. I had thought that would be obvious to you.
I understand you well, but when I see you at the monastery, studying, it makes me wonder what kind of life you might have had without me.
Such a life may have had its appeal. I thought I'd left my years of carefree innocence behind me. But I cannot deny that I find myself enjoying my time at the monastery.
I feel the same way.
That enjoyment, however, is only thanks to you. Standing by your side is all that truly...
I see. Then I won't speak of such things again. If it's really what you want, I'll gladly keep you by my side. The path I must walk is soaked in blood. It's a path that can lead to madness, can snatch away one's future, and can even take one's life. And the pool of blood at my feet is growing larger. Those stains can never be washed.
Please leave the violence to me. A leader must be seen as pure. Allow me to paint the path that lies before you red with the blood of your enemies.
Being outside is so tiring. Tomorrow's gotta be just an inside day, Bernie. Whoa, why is it so cold all of a sudden?
You're late.
No, into the light! Back to the beyond from whence you came!
Are you telling me to die? In the flesh?
Oh no, what did I do?
There have been sightings of a sinister figure carrying a strange giggle. The glimmer of a needle in the dark. I suspected as much.
What? No, I'm too young to die! I've got so much left to do, please don't!
About what I expected. That was quite a sprint. Now to my...
You're going to execute me, please. Let me compose my last will and testament. The creak of a door. Sorrow.
Bernadetta? A word of... How would you feel if you fell or bumped into someone while carrying around that needle? Please watch where you're going in the future. How did you manage to faint while standing up? Well, I cannot see... Petra. Industrious as ever, I see.
Hello, Hubert. Yes, I am trying to be industrious. I must be working hard to improve my position. Right now,
Even accounting for that, your efforts are impressive. I wish a little of you would rub off on certain people here. One troublesome slouch.
Rub? I will not be rubbing on anyone.
Not literally. I never would have imagined you would adjust so well to life in foe. When I first met you, you couldn't understand a single word of the language. You had the look of a cornered animal. So much so, I thought you'd grown up in the wild.
I had more youth then. And the experience was... My grandfather ordered me to go to Fodlan. I was stolen to a strange land filled with strange people. The tree...
It is unfortunate, but while you were called our guest, you were actually a hostage. You were meant to be insurance that Brigid would not restore its alliance with Dagda and Ataka. The Empire required leverage, and after all...
It gave me sadness to leave my home. But I am not unhappy that I have learned much understanding from the outside world. My experience has made me become who I am, and meeting you and Lady Edelgard has had...
I admire your spirit in the face of adversity.
Hello there, Edelgard. Are you looking for something?
You could say that. I'm looking for someone named Linhardt who's been skipping lectures again.
I see. Well, congratulations, you found him. Did you want him for something in particular?
What else could bring me here other than your complete negligence?
Well, perhaps you're interested in hearing my latest theories on the nature of crests. I suspect the formation of crests may be quite different than that recorded in church tradition.
Before you go on, is there any discernible benefit to me allowing this babble to continue?
Well, of course.
And that would be...
I suspect you'll find the topic rather
That's it.
What more do you need? Crest...
You know, if you ever truly applied yourself, you could become you could use your crest knowledge to benefit the world, or uncover new discoveries.
Why would I busy myself with such tedious work? I perform this research for my own knowledge.
There's nothing wrong with a selfish drive for knowledge, but only...
I'm sure there must be some.
Oh? Then please, tell me what...
Well, there are people out there who spend good money on bizarre artists, so I'm sure my not-at-all useful research could be used as a fine lullaby for the children of...
A lullaby? I have things to do. Just know that this was...
Sure, of course. Petra, would you pause a moment?
Yes? Are you on?
I was observing your spear work, and I wonder if you don't think your transitions are the way you move your arm before a strong thrust hinders your movement and slows your spear on its way back. It leaves...
Which arm? My left or right?
I think the right... No, actually it's both. It's something about the way you move your elbow.
I am not understanding.
Demonstrate? No, I'd hate to get sweat all over my...
But I must correct this, or are you unable to do, and you can only teach?
I am more of a theorist than a practitioner. I advise and you implement.
Then... please advise again.
It's all quite simple. Sometimes you make a big stab downwards, right? At that point, you sort of let the tension go and stop. It ruins the momentum of the stab.
How can I be lifting up with no unnecessary moving?
It's the arm movement that's extraneous. Calculate the locus of the spear and the elasticity of the muscles.
Locus? Elasticity? Can you not just be showing me? Please. If you are showing me, I will learn it with...
I won't waste your time with such demonstrations. You're a smart one, Petra. Besides, I need to go now. I have a
Linhardt only likes talking. It is on myself to prevail.
Petra, you seem to be flourishing in your new environment. Is all going well for you?
Lady Edelgard, everything is well with me. Thank you for your question. Everyone shows great kindness, even while I am still learning about the language.
I'm glad to hear it. After all, a Brigid Royal like yourself is of vital importance to the future of the Empire. If you ever need anything, please let me know. It's my...
If that is your want, I will rely on you if I have the need. However, I will not have that need. I can resolve any problems that...
I don't doubt it. Perhaps I'm worrying too much. I just don't know what I would say to your family if something were to happen.
Do not spend your worry on me. In you cannot shoot two birds with one arrow. Bridget and I are your first target is... Can you disagree?
There is certainly truth in your words. I do have ambitions that transcend all else for me. When I ascend the throne, there are certain things I must do. Tell me, Petra, who do you think I am?
Huh?
I will tell you. I am Edelgard von Hresvelg, and yes, I'm attempting to do what no one else can. I'm prepared to shoot two birds, or even three, with a single arrow. That is the least of the impossible things I will. If you don't need my patronage, then prove it. Never settle for being the bird. Be the...
I will take your words to my heart, and you will be seeing my power. I give you...
Training again. You're certainly working hard, Caspar.
You scared me. You should have said something.
I did, but no matter. It's never good to neglect one's training, but overdoing you could already give any student here a battle they wouldn't soon forget.
You think so? Well, thanks. I can't really stop training, though. I gotta get better if I expect to get anywhere.
If memory serves, you're the second son of...
That's right. My older brother is the heir, and there are already too many mouths to feed in our family, so I can't count on any support. I pretty much have to make it on my own.
I understand. Those who inherit everything also inherit great burdens.
What are you talking about? I don't have any... Who cares if I don't inherit anything? It just means I get to cut a path. You know what your problem is, Edelgard? You always have to make everything about...
Are you picking a fight?
Hey, now, come on. I didn't mean to be disrespectful. Always happy to fight, though, if that's what you...
I have no desire to bicker with you. Good luck with your training.
What was that about?
Ah, Dorothea. The dining hall seems so much brighter with you here.
30. I must say, you are quite adept with flattery. Please, give me some more.
Flattery? No, I was not... There you go with that attitude again. Why do you reserve such cold treatment for me, and do you hate me, Dorothea? Or have you some other reason to avoid my company?
I underestimated you. I assumed your noble upbringing had dulled your perception. But you got it right on your first try.
Huh, I was right. Might I ask why you find me so despicable? I can scarcely guess.
Don't waste another minute thinking about it.
That will not do. I do not think you would hate a person for no reason.
Perhaps. How's this? If you can guess why, I'll let you know if you're right. The brains of us common folk are so simple, it should be pretty easy for a big shot noble to sort out.
Very well. I cannot walk away from a challenge. I have no choice but to check. You are always making fun, calling me a big shot and so forth. Perhaps you think all nobles are... No, it cannot be that simple.
Oh? What can't be that simple?
Please, will you not give me a clue?
Well, let me see. A good clue? I know. It's because you're like a bee. That ought to be enough of a clue.
A bee? I haven't the slightest. Perhaps because I'm...
Welcome! Is that the one? Thanks a bunch. Come back. I will get the victory.
I will prevail.
Put me in there.
Battle.
I am Ferdinand von Aegir.
That's my cue.
Stay focused. As you wish.
Oh no.
We must all do our part. Practice yields results. Well done.
Hard work.
That won't do.
Yeah! Not so fast!
I owe you one.
I think I'm improving.
Show me more.
I still have a long way to go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Watch and learn. The glory of...
I can
Back to the fray.
I must get strong.
Thank you, Lady Bernadetta. I will take my leave.
Oh, good. Bye! Goodbye! Finally. Oh, that was awful. Just terrifying. Ah! That lady asked me to show her around. I tried to be polite, but strangers are just so nerve-wracking. Oh, yeah? How about when I first met you and I wouldn't come out of the corner, or even uncover my face? Actually, now that you mention it, it's funny. Once I started talking to you, I wonder why. You know, Professor, you might be the first person I've been able to speak to normally since I got here, and I have no idea why. I'm happy about it too. When we first started out here, we had to do drills outside. It's a terrible idea going out in the forest with all these people you don't even know. Thanks to you, though, I can actually make it through class now. I don't know what I'd do if you weren't here. Sorry, I am okay. I'm doing just fine. What? You saw that? Why would you see that? You were watching me? That crosses the line, Professor. Singing? Me? Why would I be singing? I'd never be singing. I'm useless, worthless, unmarriageable.
You're looking pretty tired, Linhart. I think you could use a little more of the fighting spirit.
I believe you have enough fighting spirit for the both of us.
Enough? There's no such thing. You need as much as you can get it.
I'd rather pace myself. You're becoming too much like your father. I still recall with startling clarity the time he forced me to do some...
I remember your father wasn't too happy about that. Our fathers actually got into a fight over it.
They hate one another so much. I simply cannot fathom what's wrong with the two of them.
I wish they'd just have it out already. One big fight to settle things. My father would win, obviously, but it would still be fun to watch.
That would be rather cruel. I don't think anyone in Fodlan could beat up your father. My father does have the height advantage, though.
Height advantage?
When two opponents are of similar strength, the one with the height advantage wins.
Whoever forces the other to submit wins. That's how fighting works. It has nothing to do with height.
Brute strength alone doesn't decide a fight. And taller people have longer limbs, too. Longer limbs equates to a longer reach. Taller people can hit you from farther away. Oh, and they have more leg strength. There's also that... While I'm bored explaining this, I think you...
No, I don't get it. Now you're talking about limb length and reach? None of that matters when you're up close and brawling.
You know, I'm going to agree with you just so I don't have to keep talking.
If you've got something else to say, then come out and say it. Actually, some of those new knights look pretty tall. Oh!
And off he goes.
They're all so strong, I couldn't land a single.
So it's as I said then, the tallest fighter has the advantage. And my father.
All right, time for some more...
Caspar, do you want to train with each other? You have had new training recently, and I want great improvement too.
Well, hey, look at that. You pay more attention than I gave you credit for. I have been trying new... They're definitely paying off. My movements are much sharper.
I am knowing that. I want that too. You teach, I learn. We both get more strength.
All right. I mean, I guess we...
Yes, Caspar?
No, never mind. Sorry. I was just thinking about something else. Nothing at all. Let's train.
I heard a question in your voice.
No. It's really nothing.
Okay. I will not be worrying. Can we...
Fine. We can talk about it if you insist. You can stop pretending like you don't know.
What am I knowing?
About my father.
Your father? He is of the military in the Empire.
No, not that. Well, it's kind of about that. I'm talking about when Dagda and Bridget invaded the My father led the Empire's army that fended off the invasion. Your father was in that battle. My father killed yours.
You... How long have you had this knowing?
I just found out recently. I had no idea before then. But it's all I've been able to think about.
So, now you have the truth.
Petra? Damn it.
No matter how powerful our enemies may be, there is no need to worry so long as we're with Catherine, the mighty wielder of Thunderbrand.
You mean you don't know? My weapon is called Thunderbrand. It's one of the hero's relics. A long, long time ago, the goddess bestowed divine weapons upon 10 heroes, which were passed down to their... It's an honor to wield, but I'm afraid there won't be any chance for that today. Our mission is to help clean up the aftermath, not...
One must wonder why Lord Lenato would incite such a reckless rebellion.
It all goes back to the tragedy of Dusker.
I remember that day well. No one saw it. Roughly 4 years ago, the King of Fargus was murdered by the people of Dusker. I believe that about sums it up, correct?
To put it simply, yes. But there's more to that story. They had accomplices within the kingdom as well. Lord Lenato's son, Kristoff, was one of them, and so he was handed over to the church for execution. King Lambert was attempting a major political reform. Needless to say, he had whatever the truth behind that incident may be, Lord Lenato has harbored resentment toward the church ever since. Well, to be more specific, his grudge isn't only against the church. It's also against the one who turned Kristoff over to them.
Report! The enemy is approaching. They can't be avoided. Their numbers are far greater than we predicted. They used the fog to slip past the Knight's perimeter.
It looks like our mission just changed, Professor. Everyone...
Thank you very much. Thanks so much! I am ever so grateful. I have gratitude. Welcome! Come back soon!
With this fog, it's impossible to tell where the enemy might be. Or... the enemy could be trying to surround us, but they shouldn't have enough soldiers to form a tight circle. Take down anyone who breaks through the fog, and let's push through!
That smell. It's fresh blood. It seems the battle has already started within the fog.
Proceed with caution. Wait for them to enter your field of view.
Stay focused.
I will prevail.
I am Ferdinand von Ayer.
I will get the victory.
That's my cue.
Put me in there.
As you wish.
Battle.
Oh no.
Lord Lonato doesn't deserve such sadness and anger. Now it's your turn to suffer.
You think we're just gonna do nothing while you try to kill our lord?
Is that all? Caution is needed. Appreciated.
Lord Lonato.
I'm sorry, but I don't believe Lord Lonato has the strength to carry.
I won't let you anywhere near Lord Lonato! It's you. Thunderstrike Cassandra. It was your wretched zealotry that killed my son!
The only name I answer to is Catherine. Prepare to taste the blade of one who serves the goddess. Now you face a knight of Theros!
The fog has cleared. There's nothing left to hide you or the filthy Central Church from the judgment of...
I will get the victory. I thank you.
Unexpected. This over yet?
I thank you.
That was nothing. Yeah!
You inspire.
I owe you one.
A great help.
If only my research had...
You have been deceived by that witch!
Much needed.
That vile woman.
I never thought I'd see Lonato meet this fate. Well done, everyone. Let's gather our...
Damn it, it was all so pointless. I've never seen so many people utterly heartbroken.
Forcing innocent citizens to risk their lives? That man was not a noble, but a
What could have pushed Lord Lonato to this point?
Everyone was a bit shaken by the militia fighting alongside our enemies. If only everyone could face reality so unflinchingly. The commoners who allied themselves with Lord Lonato believed they were fighting for a just cause. It would be disrespectful to consider them simply victims when they died for what they believed in. Still, we have no choice but to eliminate those who cling to unreasonable ideas of justice. Even if our enemies are the gods themselves, we must never lose. I'm surprised to hear you say that. Really, I'm just like Lonato. I, too, will be the sort of ruler who's willing to risk the lives of my citizens in service of a higher cause. It's not possible to change the world without sacrifice. Dying for the greater good is not a death in vain.
Professor, I'm afraid this incident is far more serious than anticipated. I found this on Lord Lonato. It's a note that mentions a plan to assassinate Lady Rhea. We can't tell who sent it, so the source is suspect, but the content is too disturbing to ignore. We must report this to Lady Rhea right away. I hope that it's nothing.
I
I am glad to see that you have returned safely. The goddess is gracious with her divine protection. But it was not only her divine protection that shielded you, was it? You are just as skilled as I had hoped. I am not so sure. I heard some of the students were hesitant about fighting. However, we must punish any sinner who may inflict harm upon believers, even if those sinners... I pray the students learned a valuable lesson about the fate that awaits all who are foolish enough to point their blades towards the heavens.
Our real concern is what Catherine reported. The secret message that was in Lord Lonato's... It contained a deplorable plot to target the Archbishop on the day of the goddess's rite of rebirth. The plan seems unrealistic at best, but a threat is a threat. We must maintain constant... To that end, I would like for you and your students to help with security on the day of the ritual.
That is most reassuring. You have my gratitude.
The rite of rebirth is of paramount importance. It is when the Church of Seros and its believers unite to pray for the return of the goddess. The Archbishop and I will be confined to the Goddess Tower once the ritual begins. Of course, the Knights will be on high alert as well, but there aren't enough of them to keep watch on every corner of the monastery. It is far from ideal to be forced to mobilize students, but the gravity of this situation requires that we all bend to avoid breaking.
While there is no need to fear for my safety, we cannot turn a blind eye to those who would blaspheme so heinously.
With any luck, this will all be for naught. Still, be on your guard.
Part 1. White Clouds. Blue Sea Moon. The Goddess's Rite of Rebirth. As the sun grows stronger and the nights grow ever shorter, the Blue Sea Star returns to the sky once more. Believed to be the goddess's home, her followers look to the star and commence celebrations of her rebirth. On the grounds of Garreg Mach Monastery, a grand ceremony is held in honor of this much-anticipated event. Every true follower of the Church of Seros is sure to be in attendance.
Thanks.
Our mission this month is to patrol and set up defenses to stop the assassination plot.
I wonder if an assassination attempt is truly the goal of our enemy.
Yes, I think so too. A barely concealed secret message, trying to distract us from whatever's really going on. Sloppy, to say the least. And while everyone is out searching for a phantom assassin, they'll be free to accomplish their true goal with ease.
The monastery houses many valuable weapons. Perhaps that is their aim?
I hear the monastery has a treasure vault, too. Seems like the sort of place a folk...
Garreg Mach is immense, and not just above ground, but below as well. Perhaps their aim lies beneath the monastery.
It seems to me that we should search the monastery for a clue as to what the enemy might be after. Of course, we must never underestimate the need for preparedness, in case a battle should ensue.
A secret meeting, Professor? Oh, we haven't been introduced. I am Shamir.
Shamir is one of the Knights of Saros, and this young man is...
I work for Lady Rhea, and I'm Shamir's apprentice. Oh, the name's Cyril. Yep, she's teaching me about the bow and the sword and all kinds of stuff. I've got to protect Lady Rhea, so that's why I've got to learn all I can from Shamir.
Cyril adores Rhea. That aside, if you need anything, ask.
Completely unreasonable. How will I see to this?
Hubie, what are you doing here?
A routine matter. No cause for concern.
Ah, so it's something to do with 80 then.
And?
She really is all you ever think about, isn't she? Look, I know you're doing all this so that she'll like you, but if you go too far, she'll end up pushing you away.
This has nothing to do with swaying Lady Edelgard's sentiments. I do what is in her best interest. Whether she cares for me or not.
It really doesn't look that way to me. I bet you'd follow any order Adi gave if you thought it would make her like you.
Any order? What a thing to suggest. But the answer is no. I will decline any directive that I deem would not be beneficial to her.
Is that right? If Adi commanded you to find yourself a suitable wife, would you do it?
If it would benefit her in some way for me to marry, then yes, I would marry.
It's easy to say that now, with no bridal party in sight. But if it was the day of the wedding? Nah, I don't believe that.
I don't care what you believe. My only wish is to see Lady Edelgard fulfill her ambitions.
Hubie, pale in comparison? You've seen too many operas. I don't think you understand how the world works.
And I don't care what you think either. I would make any sacrifice to support Lady Edelgard.
You're right. I don't have anyone like that right now.
Then maybe someday you'll understand. Now, if you will excuse me.
Hubie, I don't get you. Although I do find your point.
Ferdinand? Our professor. He has much concentration right now.
Diplomacy has an effect upon weapons development. Oh, Petra!
A short time. You were devoting all of your attention.
Forgive me. I see you have been reading as well. Anything interesting?
I am studying the history of Fodlan.
A history book? What a keen student you are. And it's about House Hresfelg. Certainly a stimulating topic.
I am wishing to learn all about Fodlan. What is the book you are reading?
Oh, this? This relates to a little hobby of mine. The regional history of weapons development in Fodlan. Militaries have to adapt their weapons according to terrain and climate. And they have to keep up with technologies in other regions.
Yes, it is interesting.
Oh, does that excite your curiosity too? This is just one of 18 volumes, and our library has the entire...
I give you my gratitude. Research of weapons could be a good... Oh, please take my apologies. I was meaning to tell you that our professor is wanting to see...
Oh, it is not like you to forget something.
Yes, it is a rarity that I forget something.